which is why I posted on my various social medias asking single men to tell me how much they spent on average on a typical date, because the number one answer by a country mile that men gave me was zero. That's right, the overwhelming majority, and I'm talking 90% plus.
Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date. Men say they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman?
As you see today, guys, the modern man has completely fallen. There's no substance, there's no structure, no direction, no purpose, no base, no financial stability. What can you offer her now that, like I said, she cannot do herself?
Hello there people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to see how men going their own way are actually winning in life and enjoying their lifestyle. Let's see.
There was a study called from the Pew Center for Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date. Men say they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men.
I think they're cheap.
What a joker.
Yeah, they just ain't got no money.
They don't have money, which you should get your money up before you start dating. So it is cheaper to sit home and beat your meat than actually go out and find actual women to hang out with.
That's a sad reality.
I disagree.
Why? What do you think?
Is it less of a headache to have to deal with a woman or something?
There it goes. Like, it's a headache. Now I got to take you out. I got to hear what you had to tell your whole day.
That's why you take out people you actually like, and then you don't feel that.
Yeah, but then I got to get to know you first to like you, right?
Yeah.
So how do I get to know you?
Call on the phone.
You rather hand?
Hey, listen, I'm married.
You always gotta say. Okay, so if you wasn't married,
I'd probably beat him by me at 100 miles an hour.
Going straight to broke off rape is crazy. Exactly. They have no accountability. Always blame the man. They're broke, they dusties. It's never a woman's fault. I think they solved the riddle by literally first response of calling them broke because they don't want to go out. This right here is why we don't want to date. This is crazy. What do you guys feel?
Julia Fox in an interview talked about how she's not dating men anymore. I do think this is part of a larger trend within a lot of women online and just women in general of like giving up on men, giving up on relationships, just reverting back to what feels safe. I'm never going to date men ever again. Like when my friend says that to me, like I want to, go deeper into that. And like, will that really make you? And maybe it will.
Let's see the comments where all the chats and Chiron had destroyed this woman. It's a sad realization that the partnership we long for doesn't exist in this world. Maybe for next generation. I've been so traumatized by men in my family, in society, on those I've dated. I'm exhausted and guarded. I think I'll be fine with friends and dogs. How many bad experiences do we have to have before we believe that we are done? I have done the inner work and made a conscious decision. I'm done. Life without men is so peaceful and joyful. I'm so much more happier single. I've been celibate for years and also in therapy for past 3. The amount of peace and joy experienced is unmatched in honesty. It's funny that they have to do therapy to find peace. It's crazy.
There was a study done in the 90s, and what they found out, I think, still holds true today. So what they did is they took a group of men and they took a group of women and they categorized these men. So it was like high status, t-shirt, McDonald's. Same thing with the women. High status, t-shirt, McDonald's. And then they asked, the men, okay, would you go to coffee with this person, go on a date, marry? And in all 3 categories, the guy didn't care. He's like, yes, sure, whatever. With women, it was a whole different story. Women went to the high status man for the majority of them. So that was for coffee, date, marriage. My takeaway on this is just goes along with the trends I've been seeing. So we are in this Kardashian culture and have been for, 10 years. I don't know how long they've been on But this idea of perfection has just been kind of unseen before. I mean, before we had magazines, we knew they were kind of airbrushed, but what we see now, women are doing eyebrows, microblading, dermaplaning, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, lip fillers, cheek fillers, breast implants, butt implants, fat transfer, taking ribs out. I mean, literally women are taking their ribs out. So I think just the pressure and the unattainable like beauty that they put on themselves, they're also putting that sort of unattainable image and desire on a guy as well. And that's why these guys are backing out, because guys know, like, that's crazy. Like, we can't do all that. Like, some can. I mean, it's the small minority.
What was that at the end of the video? Like, she was indicating that men would also like to change their physical appearances. I don't think any men interested in that, at least not straight men who want natural looking women. Such men are not interested in those things. And that study about women only choosing rich guys, well, that will never stop happening because it's their mindset to have better option. And of course, the laws will make them steal half of that or even more than that. So that's why they're going to choose such men and marry them, because even if it fails, they know they're getting something out of it. So they don't have any risk in that. Only men have risk. Let's see some comments for this. Society forgets that it's men who built it and men can destroy it and build it back again. Exactly. We can watch the world burn and we don't even care anymore. No wife, no kids, more fun, more freedom. It's as the old saying goes, a child shunned by his village will one day burn it down just to feel its warmth. Well, I'm sure we won't go to that extreme, but it's just a phrase. Men gave up on Rome. By the end, there wasn't much to destroy. It was already rotten from the inside out. Exactly.
The cost of dating. Originally, I was going to do a talk about how expensive it has become for men in the dating world. What with the cost of things like the dating apps, not to mention going out to dinner, or the cost of the dates themselves, especially with regard to the increased expectations today's women have on just how much money men should be spending on them when they go on dates. Which is why I posted on my various social medias asking single men to tell me how much they spent on average on a typical date and how many dates per month they were going on. I also asked how much they were spending on things like the dating sites and whatever other means they were using to find dates. My goal ultimately was to get a rough number of just how expensive dating has become for the average man in 2024. And to be fair, I had a few that responded with their actual numbers, which ran the gamut from $150 a month all the way up to a couple thousand. But that doesn't even come close to telling the tale. Because the number one answer by a country mile that men gave me was zero. That's right, the overwhelming majority, and I'm talking 90% plus of those who responded to my query said they don't spend a single cent dating anymore. They've walked away and aren't coming back anytime soon. Now, I knew I would get some zero answers because I see those things all the time in the comments on my videos, where guys say they're done and walking away from dating. But 90%? Wow. Now look, I'm not trying to claim this is a scientific survey by any means. Some will argue that I'm relying on the self-reporting of these men and what they're telling me, which is a fair point. But the reality is, that's not all that much different from what those so-called scientific studies do. Add to it, when you combine the results of my unofficial study with the literally hundreds of thousands of comments that I've gotten on my videos just this year alone saying the very same thing, well, that's not something that should be so easily dismissed or ignored.
That makes me so happy that men are saving so much money by not getting involved in this. Like, people are spending zero on dating. That's amazing. Some who are still trying to date some, that's why you mentioned that he still got some men claiming to be spending hundreds and even thousands. But eventually they will come to the same group who spends zero, because the kind of women we got today aren't all that much trouble. Let me know what you guys feel about this. We got some comments for this. I spent a decade overseas in military. When I returned, every girl seems to think she's deserving of a Kim Kardashian lifestyle, so I refuse to date. 62, single, not looking, and happy. 0 on dates, 100% content. Exactly. Man, enjoy your life. Don't spend your hard-earned money on this woman. Next thing men need to do is stop the simp on OF. See, we cannot stop such men. Everyone has their own mindset, and such men are actually kind of weak because they're easy to tempt. You can find such contents freely on internet, but they still feel like paying this woman. I really don't understand why. Ladies, the men have left the building. The bears await you. Exactly.
Women will no longer date in 2023. Guys, I'm afraid to tell you that for the average man, there is absolutely nothing you can fulfill in a woman's life that she herself cannot. Now, this wasn't always this way, and in fact, in thriving relationships, we both played vital roles in each other's lives, helping each other out through the polarity of our energies. But you see, today, guys, the modern man has completely fallen. There's no substance, there's no structure, no direction, no purpose, no base, no financial stability. What can you offer her now that, like I said, she cannot do herself? If we're to fix this future generation moving forwards, we must rise back up in our spiritual authority, our fitness, finances, direction, clarity, conviction, basedness as men. Masculinity has qualities and characteristics that no woman can possibly emulate. But it's up to us to truly hop back into that frame and not just play life on easy mode.
Wow, these Sims are crazy, man. It literally said, don't live your life on easy mode. Work hard so that the woman in your life can steal all that work and divorce you when she feels comfortable. Man, this man makes no sense. And of course, the comments gonna be all about a woman supporting this kind of nonsense. I don't even want to show these comments because those would trigger you, like the way it's triggering me. This is crazy, man. What do you feel about this guy saying all this nonsense?
Many women say they are finding it very hard to find a man who makes as much as they do. And this is changing the age-old mentality that men are the breadwinners. And researchers say they are seeing a trend of women dating down, which means, a man who...
dating down.
So women, we're more educated now. And so with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one because you're dating down. You wanted to make more money. Right. Are you going to find many men out there that makes as much as you do?
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there, there's no one out there, I can't find love, I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find that love because the man's not making that much money?
See, when men used to date down, it was normal. It was gentleman. But now a woman that make equal money above what a man is making, all of a sudden she is dating down and degrading such kind of practice. It's crazy how their brain works, man. It's stupid.
If you've been curious about dating multiple people, but you're like, I can't even get one date, this video is for you. So if you're having a hard time finding men to date, we have got to talk about expanding your dating field, okay? Now hear me when I say this. Expanding your dating field does not mean lowering your standards. I could go on about standards versus expectations, but that's a whole different TikTok. But if you're saying you can't get many dates, to me, that says your selection process needs to be opened a little bit more. It also might mean how you're selecting the dates needs to be looked at again. Because I say this with love, because if you are on dating apps only selecting people that you think you're attracted to, big mistake. And I also hate to say this, it's a little shallow. Because ask yourself this, because if the guy of your dreams who treats you like a queen could be one swipe away, but you're judging him on a little bit of balding right there, his waist isn't snatched, whatever the thing is, you could be selling yourself short. And of course, tell me what you think in the comments.
I think most of all, women should not be the one judging guys on their appearances. Because if men start to judge based on that, you won't be even qualified to be around them. That's the reality, but they don't want to accept that.
The only thing I'm going to be doing at 12 o'clock tonight is kicking any man away that tries to come near me. You're not going to ruin my year on day one, my love. You're not doing it this year. So, no New Year's kiss. I've got a husband. Yeah, he's invisible. But here we are. So, if you see me out tonight, don't approach me. Because you get one of them, mate, straight to the face. With that ring on, you'll be out like a light.
See, I understand this is just a woman joke. But let's step back a little and think if a man can make such jokes. He would be cancelled and in jail by no time, man. Imagine hitting a woman is a joke. And imagine if she actually tries to do that. I mean, most men would try to avoid because they don't want to be in any kind of legal situation. But men who don't care, man, they will... Man, I don't see... She has no idea how capable men are once they start to fight back. It's crazy.
So pound for pound, the silverback gorilla is one of the strongest animals on the face. Bro's majestic. So
I'm going to ask you a question, and your answer better be quick.
Okay.
Where were you last night at 9?
Quick.
I'm going
Because look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? Because...
Oh, he's giving me lovers. He's gonna bite me. He knows it. I know it. It's coming. But he wants to be up above me. It's coming. Oh, God. This is the worst part. Oh. Don't do it, John. Psst. He did it. God damn it. I knew it. I knew it.
You say what now? Ninjas kidnapped my family. I need money for karate classes.
Ninjas kidnapped your family and you need money for karate classes.
My kid's been abducted by aliens. I need money to build a spaceship. 100 ninjas is chasing me. I need money for cat there. And one last thing. They stole my song. They called it Despacito. It's called XYZito. They go, XYZito. No,
welcome to New York.
Puerto Rico.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Here are some more videos you can watch if you're interested. That's it. Thanks for watching.